I have some exciting news today. It's the eve of Stampin' Up's Autumn Winter Catalogue, which goes live on 1st September 2016, and this will be valid until the 3rd of January 2017. I'm allowed to show you the front cover, but not the pages inside. I'm also allowed to show you the product, so I thought it would be nice to give you a sneak peek. If you love the Jar of Love series, then you also love the Jar of Cheer in the Autumn Winter Catalogue. You can still use the everyday jar framelets with this set, Jar of Cheer, and this is the card we'll be making. The other supplies you need, apart from the Jar of Cheer, are: this is an A4 sheet cut in half so that it measures 5 7/8 inches by 8 1/4. That's 21 centimeters by 14.9 centimeters. For the card front, you need a very vanilla piece of cardstock measuring 5 1/2 inches by 3 3/4 inches. In centimeters, that's 14 centimeters by 9.5 centimeters. We are using our Memento Tuxedo Black ink, Versamark ink, Cherry Cobbler and Soft Sky. You'll need silver embossing powder, a heat tool, and this is new from the Autumn Winter Catalogue. It's called the Candy Lane Baker's Twine, and it comes with 2 spools in a pack in real red, I think it is, and this one is white Baker's Twine with a red metallic thread going through it. And of course you need a needle as well to thread your white Baker's Twine through. You also need some markers for colouring with. This is Garden Green and Cherry Cobbler, which in the new Autumn Winter Catalogue you can buy as a pair. I've also got Tempting Turquoise. This is all part of the Brights collection, and Daffodil Delight, also from the Brights coloured collection. You'll also need some clear blocks to mount your stamps on. I'm using A, C and D, and I've also got H, a dust buddy, and a foam mat for stamping on top, as we are using photopolymer stamps. So let's get started. First, on my vanilla cardstock, I will powder the dust buddy to prevent static from happening. Then with my Versamark ink, I am going to stamp the jar first. And because it's difficult to see where you've stamped with the Versamark ink, I'm actually going to silver emboss it first so I can see the outline of my jar. Tap off the excess, the heat tool to emboss it first, and then stamp the image of the screw top. So ink up my lid and place it on top. Bring back my powder and then emboss the lid. Next, I'm going to stamp this image in the Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Zoom in a bit closer and I shall start colouring. I'm using the thicker end, the brush end of the Stampin' Right marker. That's in Tempting Turquoise. Now I'll use the Garden Green. back to I'll also colour the berries in real red. Next I'll do the leaves. I'm going to stamp the sentiment, wishing you a season of cheer in cherry cobbler. I'm going to use this image, which are little speckles, and I'll stamp that in soft sky randomly. Little candy here in cherry cobbler as well. Threaded my baker's twine through a tapestry needle. I'm just going to use my piercing tool to just help me make a couple of holes through the cardstock, and I'll leave the... I forgot to mention that I actually doubled the baker's twine so that it would be thicker, and I've left it on the spool because I didn't know how much I'd need, and it just makes for a nice thicker bow. Let's do that again. I want that to go under both layers. To one side. Snip off a little to tidy it up. Flip it to the reverse side. Some tearing tape. Remove the backing paper from the double-sided tape. Grab my card base, centre it onto the card base, leaving an even border all round, and there you have your Christmas card. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe or share on Facebook. My grateful thanks to you if you do. If you're watching from YouTube, you'll find the list of supplies below this video in the Show More section as of the 1st of September, and they'll have direct links to my online store. They'll also be listed on my blog here at blog.stampwithelaine.com with effect from 1st September, and you can find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye!